Look around you, different things born out of truth and passion. Business software, it's our craft, our identity. Thoughtfully engineered, passionately designed to help you transform your business. Zoho, made in India, made for the world.
Raza has been detained. He's been detained by the Bareilly police. That's the latest update coming in. This is related, remember, to the Bareilly violence and the fallout of the same. We have a massive probe update that the Cleric Tauqeer Raza has been detained by the cops. Tauqeer Raza, remember, viewers, was the person who had given a clarion call for those prayers, after which there was a large crowd which had gathered. Reports suggested that there were multiple appeals made by the police. The crowd was told to disperse and move away. That didn't happen. There was stone pelting reported. Police had to resort to lathi charge, and that is when the chaos happened. What you see on the left of your screen, viewers, are visuals from yesterday. Today, we would like to tell that the situation is calm. There is an uneasy calm which is maintaining, but the visuals are from yesterday. And also, the man on the screen, Tauqeer Raza, this person has been detained by the cops. That's the latest update coming in. Abhishek Raj, my colleague, joining us live from Bareilly. Abhishek, Tauqeer Raza को डिटेन कर लिया गया है. आपके पास क्या जानकारी है? और
देखिए, कल जो पूरा एक प्रोटेस्ट अगर हम कहें जो ऐलान किया गया था मस्जिद में नमाज पढ़ने के बाद ज्ञापन का, वो मौलाना तौकीर रजा की तरफ से किया गया था. यही कारण है कि पुलिस ने जब कल देर शाम जो है वो मुकदमे दर्ज किए हैं, उसमें सभी लोगों की संलिप्तता की जांच की जा रही है. वो तमाम लोग रडार पे हैं जो लोग भी इस पूरी साजिश में शामिल हो सकते हैं. एक प्लान कॉन्स्पिरेसी जैसा पुलिस बता रही है कि ये हो सकती है, और यही कारण है कि कल शाम से ही तौकीर रजा को हाउस अरेस्ट किया गया था, तौकीर रजा को नजरबंद किया गया था. अब जो है तौकीर रजा को डिटेन किया गया है. पूछताछ की जा रही है तौकीर रजा से कि उस वक्त जो है किन लोगों को उन्होंने फोन किया था. एक वीडियो मैसेज वायरल हुआ है तौकीर रजा का, जिसमें तौकीर रजा कह रहे हैं कि जो बातें कही गई थी समाचार अखबारों में, इसके अलावा सोशल मीडिया के जरिए कि जो ऑर्गेनाइजेशन जो प्लान कर रहा था यहां पर प्रोटेस्ट का, उसको कॉल ऑफ कर दिया गया है, उसका उन्होंने खंडन किया था और कहा था कि वो 2:30 बजे 9 महिला मस्जिद जाएंगे, नमाज पढ़ेंगे, और उसके बाद उन्होंने अपने समर्थकों से अपील भी की थी कि वो मस्जिदों के पास जो है वो वहां पर नमाज पढ़ें. तो ऐसे में पुलिस हर एंगल से इन्वेस्टिगेट कर रही है तौकीर रजा कितने इन्वॉल्व है. और क्योंकि ये पूरा का पूरा जो प्रोसेशन था ये तौकीर रजा के कहने पे आया था, तौकीर रजा के कहने पे लोग जो हैं वो नौमहला मस्जिद पहुंचे थे, सड़क पे उतरे थे, तो उनके रोल क्या है, उनका जो है वो पूरा इस केस के अंदर इन्वॉल्वमेंट क्या है, इसकी जांच की जा रही है. और यही कारण है कि डिटेन करके जो पूछताछ है वो अभी तौकीर रजा से जारी है. जी.
All right, so Tauqeer Raza has been detained, viewers. He's been questioned by the police. Abhishek, stay with us. We also have my colleague Adib, who's joined us live on the broadcast. Adib, over to you. Take us through who exactly is Tauqeer Raza? What is his role in this entire fiasco, the chaos which we saw yesterday? He's being questioned, as our colleague Abhishek is telling us. Can you give us more details, if you have from source-based perhaps, the line of questioning which is possible far as Tauqeer Raza is concerned?
Well, Meenakshi, see, first of all, Tauqeer Raza is the Bareilly-based cleric who has been giving controversial statements for the time, and after this Isle of Muhammad controversy erupted, Tauqeer Raza had called out for that he's going to protest against this, and he's going to give a memorandum to the district magistrate of Bareilly. And he said that after the Friday prayers in Bareilly, he's going to protest, and he's going to move towards the Bareilly DM's residence, in fact his office, to give the memorandum. But due to the heavy police deployment, he was unable to come. But on his call, a large number of protesters gathered outside. Right now we are at that particular point. There, on my left hand there's a mosque, and on my right hand there's also this police outpost where this violence erupted from this very first place. So this is the place where all the people gathered, and they started raising slogans. The police tried to disperse the unruly mob, but they started pelting the stones at the police force. And then the police had to lathi charge to disperse the unruly mob. Now, if we talk about the line of questions, the first is that the police is going to question him about his intentions, that why he wanted to protest protest. If he wanted to give the memorandum, he could have given it by himself, but he called for the protest, he called for the people at the large, and when he is issuing a video clarification, in fact, at that time also, he is thanking all people, those who gathered outside the mosque. So clearly police have a lot to question to Tauqeer Raza, and now when he is in police custody, he has been detained. Police is going to question him, and later on, if police will feel that he was involved in this crime and he was solely responsible for instigating the violence, he will be arrested by Bareilly police. Meenakshi.
Well, there is a possibility of his arrest as well, Adib, and that's the big update which Abhishek and Adib both are getting us. Adib, if I could ask you one more question before we, tell our viewers backgrounder into what exactly has happened. You said that arrest is possible. Is that correct? What is it that your sources are telling you? What happens next?
Well, actually, as per Bareilly police sources, if Bareilly police thinks and if they have credible information and evidence that the crowd that gathered outside the particular mosque and the police outpost was in fact instigated by Tauqeer Raza and he was responsible for it, Bareilly police is definitely going to arrest him. In fact, last night when Chief Minister Yogi Adityanath had a video conferencing with all the officers of the Uttar Pradesh police, including these Bareilly police, he has given a clear instructions that whoever is involved in such kind of violence, police should strictly deal with them. FIRs should be lodged with them, and the government should ensure that they are dealt. So the Bareilly police is most likely to take strict action against Cleric Tauqeer Raza. Meenakshi.
All right, strict action likely against Tauqeer Raza. Adib and Abhishek, do stay with us. Viewers, let's tell you what exactly had happened. At least 10 police officers, viewers, have been injured due to the stone pelting, the alleged gunfire by the demonstrators. The protesters basically, remember, gathered in large numbers. They were carrying posters despite not having obtained requisite permissions from the police. The cops basically claim that the act of violence seems pre-planned. Now listen in. Okay, before we play those reactions, we also have Anila Singh who's patched on the phone line. Anila Singh, what will you say about the latest update? Tauqeer Raza has been detained.
My Rama to all, and this person should have been detained the moment he had tweeted that in our country, in our Bharat, revolt from Gen Z will be there if we are not going to get proper support for the people coming from one particular religion. He had tweeted that. And after some days, we see that he is in support of ruckus created in Bareilly.
But opposition is saying, ma'am, that this is a controversy which has been orchestrated by the BJP to target the minorities. How do you counter the type of attacks which the opposition and especially AIMIM is hurling at your party?
Yeah, I'm not surprised at all. In today's date, in this country, 99% political parties, they are standing with one particular religion, and Bharatiya Janata Party is only political party which says that Sanatani had always been targeted. So we are going to stand with them. We are not going to be unfair with any other religion, but we are going to be fair with the Sanatanis as well, because the majority population living in this country it comes from one particular religion, and they are always being ridiculed by major political parties, whether we talk about the Congress party or the Samajwadi party or TMC or any XYZ. So if in today's date they say that this is being this is the creation of Bharatiya Janata Party, so Bharatiya Janata Party is telling Muslims and especially the youth, and specifically Gen Z, that you come on road carrying the banner posters of. So you're saying it's not about religion, it is about law and order, and it is the opposition which is giving it religious overtures. Thank you, ma'am, for joining us with your views on this big story. Viewers, Tauqeer Raza. Remember, he had resorted to provocation. That's the allegation against him. The allegation was that he had asked the people to gather in large numbers, and despite that overwhelming evidence, Raza had been insisting that the protesters did not throw stones. He had cautioned that more the administration attempts to suppress, quote-unquote, as he said, one community, the larger and more defiant the protesters will become. Listen to what he had to say earlier.
हुकूमत सख्त मुसलमानों की मुखालफत पे आमादा है और मुसलमानों को अल्लाह और रसूल का नाम भी देने के लिए तैयार नहीं है। इसके खिलाफ जितना दबाया जाएगा ये मामला उतना उभरेगा। अगर हमें हमारे मजहबी उमूर से रोकने की कोशिश की जाएगी। मुसलमानों पर ये इल्जाम लगाया जा रहा है कि मुसलमानों ने पत्थर चलाया है, ये बिल्कुल झूठी बात है। मैं तो कहता हूं जैसे गोली मार दी तुमने अतीक और अशरफ को, ऐसे मुझे गोली मार दो। अगर ये रवैया जारी रहा तो मैं ये समझता हूं कि मुल्क के हालात बिगड़ने का अंदेशा है।
And we've also spoken to an injured cop who spoke about what the police witnessed, what they went through, how they were attacked. Listen in.
घायल पुलिसकर्मी है जो यहाँ पर अपना मेडिकल में रखे जा रहे हैं। ये लोग सभी लोग वहाँ पर जो पथराव हो रहा था वहाँ पर मौजूद थे और ये पुलिसकर्मी जिनके बाएं हाथ में पत्थर लगा है और इनके दूसरे पुलिसकर्मी जिनके कोहनी के पास में जो है चोट लगी है। तो ये सभी लोग जो है आज जो जुमे की नमाज के बाद प्रदर्शन हो रहा था उन सभी में जो है इन लोगों की ड्यूटी लगी हुई थी और ये सभी जो घायल पुलिसकर्मी हैं उनको मेडिकल के लिए यहाँ पर भेजा गया है। और क्या नाम है आपका? क्या हुआ था, कहाँ चोट लगी आपको? क्या हुआ था? सामने से पथराव हो रहा था, आपको क्या लगा था भैया? पीछे लगा है। तो देखिए ये सभी पुलिसकर्मी जो है इनको पथराव में लोग घायल हुए हैं। जैसा कि डीआईजी साहब ने बताया कि कुछ पुलिसकर्मी ऐसे भी हैं जिनको छर्रे भी लगे हुए हैं। तो इस तरह से लगभग 10 पुलिसकर्मी घायल हैं जो लगातार यहाँ पर मेडिकल के लिए आ रहे हैं और लगातार जो है ये सुनिश्चित किया जा रहा है कि पुलिसकर्मियों की सुरक्षा का ध्यान रखा जाए और इनको मेडिकल के लिए यहाँ पर भेजा जा रहा है।
पुलिस के 10 से ज्यादा लोग घायल हुए हैं और उनका उपचार कराया जा रहा है। मैंने आपको पहले ही बता दिया कि हम लोग लगातार धार्मिक प्रतिनिधियों से संपर्क कर रहे हैं और ये पहले से प्री प्लान्ड वे में किया गया है। जो भी लोग इसके पीछे है, जिन्होंने भी कॉल की थी, किसी को भी बख्शा नहीं जाएगा।
In fact, we have more breaking news coming in viewers. The total number of arrests. How many people have been arrested? Sources are telling us that in total, 30 people have been arrested. Sources also saying that these people, 50 of them, many of them in custody, some of them arrested, some of them detained, they were questioned. The FIR has been filed. The charges invoked: rioting, obstruction, assault, and many other serious charges which have been invoked. So, Adib, my colleague, is live with us. He's bringing us all the updates from the ground. Adib, 30 people arrested so far, 50 people in custody. I believe some of them must have been detained by the police. Can you give us more details into the charges which have been invoked against some of these individuals?
Well, definitely. Even actually see multiple arrests have been made by Bareilly police. In fact, the Bareilly police was quick to act and they started detaining people and arresting people, those who were involved in this violence. In fact, the Bareilly police is also monitoring all the CCTVs in the vicinity and the area to monitor and to identify who all were involved in this rioting and the violence that erupted in Bareilly district. And in fact, if we talk about the charges include in the FIRs are that of the disrupting peace, rioting. So the police have booked these people under multiple sections of BNS, and it's most likely that the hunt by the police, Bareilly police, will continue even today and tomorrow, as they're going to identify more and more people. The designated teams have been formed who are just going to monitor the social media and the CCTV footages to identify all the culprits who were involved in the violence of Nakshi.
All right, Adib, thank you for joining us with all these updates. There's a political fallout to what has happened in Bareilly. We will keep an eye on that as well. As of now, viewers, we're slipping into a short commercial break.